I set up a real-life bubble machine that automatically goes off whenever I get 5 or more gifted subs, whenever I get a big raid, or a generous tip. This bubble machine can also be set up as a Twitch channel point redeem, a chat command, or basically as an alert for anything on your stream. Hi, my name is Flex, and my streams revolve around chat interaction with my setup, and my content revolves around helping streamers and creators. So let's learn how you can set up a chat control bubble machine of your own. First things first, let's talk about the software you'll need to achieve this. We're gonna be using a software called Lumia Stream. It's an incredibly robust stream bot that controls everything from your stream overlays to your alerts to your bubble machines. You're going to download this software from lumiastream.com. The free version will suffice for this, but if you fall in love with the software and want to go premium, you can use my code FLEXandFlora for a discount on your first payment. Now that Lumia is all downloaded and set up, let's talk about hardware. 2 things you're going to need. You're going to need smart plugs and your bubble machine. So these are the smart plugs that I use. They are the Casa TP-Link Smart Plug Minis. The brand of smart plug does matter for this, so these are the ones that I use. You can check out the compatible brands section of the Lumia Stream website to see if any other smart plug brands have been added since the time of me posting this. As for your bubble machine, you're gonna look for a bubble machine that has an AC power adapter like this. So basically, whenever I plug the machine in, it turns on, and whenever I unplug it, it turns off. Side note, you can use any device that does this, not necessarily a bubble machine. So you could use a fan or a confetti cannon or a laser machine, as long as it doesn't need to be physically switched on once it's plugged in. All the products that I use in my setup are linked down below in the description and can be found on my Amazon storefront. So once you've got your smart plugs, you'll need to follow the steps to connect them to your home network before they can work in Lumia. Alright, so software is downloaded, smart plugs are set up, and bubble machine is plugged in. Let's get to programming your bubble party. So inside Lumia Stream, first go to Connections and connect your Twitch account. Make sure you give it all the necessary permissions. Next, we need to add your smart plugs. Click Add Connection and search for your smart plugs. So I'd search TP-Link because that's the brand, and follow the steps on screen to add your smart plugs to Lumia. Next, we need to decide if we are going to make the bubble machine an alert, a chat command, a channel point redeem, etc. So for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to make it a chat command. But the same setup steps will apply for all the other triggers. So from the dashboard, we will click Commands, then Chat Commands, Add Command. This matrix will pop up. Click Trigger Devices and Key Lights. You'll see 2 tabs here that say Start and End. Make sure that the Start tab is selected and look for your smart plug in the device list. When you find it, click Add and it's going to appear on this right side. So when the command starts, we want the plug to turn on. So you're going to set this toggle to on. You can even test it here if you want. Now you'll click the End tab, find the same smart plug and click Add. You'll keep this one toggled to power off. So at the start of the command, the plug will turn on, and at the end, the plug will turn off. We're going to click Complete. Now, if you want to add anything else to your command, you're going to do that next. So when I do this as a Twitch channel point, I go to Trigger Light to change the lights to blue to fit the bubbly vibe. I add a bubbly sounding audio in the audio tab, and I use the chatbot to send a bubble emoji message in chat. Important, before you leave this section, click cooldowns, and you're going to set a timed cooldown. So in this drop-down menu, we're going to select Command Cooldown. So this means that each time the command is triggered, there will be a cooldown. If you do user cooldown, that just sets a cooldown for how often each individual person can trigger your command. Multiple different people will be able to use your command back to back if you set it like this, and you probably don't want that for this specific command. And now once you're done building your command, you'll click Next Step. Give your command a name and click Next Step. This section that says duration is really important. So because your bubble machine turns on at the beginning of the command and turns off at the end, the duration is going to determine how many bubbles come out. So I set mine to 4 seconds, and that creates more than enough bubbles for me. If you made this a regular chat command, you can adjust who's able to use this command by selecting their user level. So for example, if you want only VIPs and subs to be able to use this command, you'll make sure VIPs and subs are checked. Once that's done, click Complete and Save. You'll see your new command or channel point at the top here. With Lumia, whenever you change anything, it's going to ask you to refresh at the bottom. If you just created something and it's not working, check if this refresh button is here and just get in the habit of looking for it. Now let's test your command in your Twitch chat.
Exclamation mark bubbles. Yay!
If your command or channel point does not work when redeemed and your smart plugs work when tested, go to your connections, click Twitch, and make sure you've given Lumia permission to read your chat messages and channel points. If you continue having problems, head to Lumia Stream's Discord and open a troubleshooting ticket. Their Discord will be linked in the description, and their support service is some of the best I've ever seen as someone who uses a lot of different programs and has needed a lot of troubleshooting. So that's how you can set up a chat controlled bubble machine to go off with a chat command. Remember, you can take the build of this command and apply it to alerts, so whenever you get a big raid, for example, they get a welcome in right away with bubbles, and you don't need to lift a finger. If you have any questions, please leave them below in the comments, and also let me know what cool stuff you'll be adding to your stream now that you know how to integrate smart plugs. If you found this video helpful and want me to show you guys how to do other cool stuff in my stream, please like and subscribe as it helps me out a ton. As always, we'll see you in the next one.